Hey, everybody, off and running on a rather wet Saturday, September the 12th edition of Thoroughbred Action here from Gulfstream Park. Jason Blewett, your host from our clubhouse studios. The weather naturally was a bit of an issue today, but we made the best of it. We had 11 races. There's a very good two-year-old allowance race forthcoming in race number 10. Sit tight for that, and we do have a lot of ground to cover as we make a little pit stop at the weather. Rainy, cloudy, Maine was sloppy and sealed. No turf racing on the card. It did feel quite good outside, though, with the temp in the low 80s. We'll get tied on for the first. We've got track announcer Pete Aiello standing by, and we do start the card with a fairly compelling two-year-old maiden special weight off the turf going 5 on the main.
Racing at Gulfstream. Slow to start, Young Thomas, and Time to Wish. Quick to start was Drain the Clock, and he'll use the rail to take the lead from CPA Genius, who's away in good shape from between horses in Omaha City. Now Dr. K strides into second. Back to fifth is Halcyon Digest, then Maureen Starr ahead of Time to Wish and Young Thomas, and dropping to last is Sete Stell. Around the far turn they go. Drain the Clock has the lead. He's under pressure with Dr. K and CPA Genius racing second and third. These three have separation on the rest of the field, led by Halcyon Digest in Omaha City, and there's a quarter of a mile left to get. Drain the Clock and Edgar Zayas in a bid to make all. They turn for home on top by 2.5. Dr. K took his shot, but he's losing ground to the leader. Down at the rail in Omaha City, then Dr. K and Halcyon Digest. There's an eighth of a mile to go. Drain the Clock has to finish it up here by Edgar Zayas, and he's doing exactly that. This is a very nice debut for Slam Dunk Racing and Safi Joseph Jr. Drain the Clock in front. Second is Dr. K. Third is Omaha City, and fourth was CPA Genius. The gate, and they're off. Clean and level beginning. Soon after the start, it was Trini Cutie Pie who went hunting an advantage from Truly Ambitious, who's away with speed. Mystical Charge is now going to have to sit fifth as Truly Ambitious will land in front. Long Shot Run, Snip Run is driving through at the inside, and Hearts and Flowers is into the bit today. She's 3 wide while racing into fourth. Back at the rail, it's Competti ahead in front of Gasparilla Blast. The favorite Mystical Charge is driven already, second last, and Business in Dubai trails behind an opening quarter of 23 seconds flat. Around the far turn they go. Truly Ambitious has the lead. Hearts and Flowers. Gasparilla Blast let go by Barrios for a 3-wide bid. Here's Gasparilla Blast on to take over. Hearts and Flowers is back to second. Truly Ambitious puts the cue in the rack from the outside in Mystical Charge with a quarter of a mile left to get. It's Gasparilla Blast who made a blast to the top. 46 and 3 for a half mile. She has 3/16 more to get. Hearts and Flowers will tip to the outside to try to re-rally from second. Down the center in Trini Cutie Pie. There's an eighth of a mile to go. Hector Barrios trying to get Gasparilla Blast home for a final 16th. On the outside in Trini Cutie Pie gaining ground, but time ticking away, and Gasparilla Blast is still clear. Gasparilla Blast at 4-1 to win by 4. Second, Trini Cutie Pie. Third was Hearts and Flowers. Tight for fourth, Competing or Business in Dubai.
Run Happy is simply super. He polishes off an outstanding campaign with a dominant victory in the Malibu.
No medication, no problem. Run Happy standing at Claiborne Farm.
They're off. From the center, Ice-T begins the best. On the outside, Meade's going to go after him early. As Ice-T takes a funny step out of the chute, he loses the lead to Meade. These two now moving a length better than St. Benevolence, who's an early third. Town Classic is with the top flight, while fourth, and Blessed Journey's at the inside last. They make their way now to the half-mile grounds. It's Ice-T in front. Ice-T leads, but leads narrowly with Meade on the outside second. St. Benevolence is now racing up to take third. From between horses, Town Classic and Blessed Journeys at the rail. 22-4 for the opening quarter, and it's Ice-T half a mile away with the advantage. Meade continues to keep the heat on second. Town Classic into the pocket for Burgos, now third at the inside. Followed fourth by St. Benevolence, and Blessed Journey tries to giddy up from the back. 5 horses separated by 4 lengths, 5/16 to go. Ice-T working overtime to hold the lead. Meade is second. Town Classic tries to figure out if he got some place to go between. Burgos will have to make that decision soon with a quarter of a mile left to get. Town Classic trying to get through. He will get through. Nifty move. Off the turn and a stretch drive. Here comes Town Classic on to take over the lead. Meade is right alongside second. Ice-T is back to third with 1/8 of a mile to go. Meade's up for a fight. Town Classic with a narrow lead. It's Town Classic and Meade. Meade and Town Classic. Meade right back at him. Here's Meade at Town Classic. These two photo finish. Heads bobbing up and down, and they were not in sync. Too tight to call in 1:23-3. And they're off. Restless Rocker broke sharply to the outside, and away slowly was Armando's team. Restless Rocker, even after a cattywampus beginning, is one of the first to get underway. Moving up on his outside and up the challenge for the lead is Borgo by the Sea. Into the top flight races Temple City of Doom. There are now 3 across the course. On from fourth is Tone Phelan. Winter at Bastogne improves with an inside lane. Splitting horses goes Elbrus, and at the back is Armando's team together with Super Edgar. 24-1 for the opening quarter. The entire field separated by 3 lengths as they head 5 furlongs from home. Restless Rocker has the lead, but he left the rail open, and Zayas takes use of it and sends Winter at Bastogne through inside for a neck advantage. Restless Rocker is there second. These two begin to quicken things up. They've put 2.5 on Tone Phelan, who's a ridden third. Elbrus is at the inside, and 3 wide goes Super Edgar. Then back to Armando's team, Borgo by the Sea with a brief bid, and the trailer is Temple City of Doom. They went 47-2 for the opening half mile. Less than 3 furlongs remains. Restless Rocker on the outside, Winter at Bastogne toward the rail. They're 2.5 lengths clear of Tone Phelan, who's now third. Elbrus is fourth. Trying to rewind it up from the back is Armando's team. Now they're a quarter of a mile from home with the advantage. It's still Winter at Bastogne and Restless Rocker together through 3 quarters in 1:12-3. Down the center, and Tone Phelan still with a chance here. In fact, Tone Phelan starts to get his mind on business. Final 1/8 of a mile. Winter at Bastogne tackled by Tone Phelan. Armando's team erupting from the back, and he's the winner. It's Armando's team over the top, in front, and going away. Armando's team to win it. Tone Phelan was second, closer for third. Winter at Bastogne or Super Edgar. Romantical note is ready. We're set for the 5th. And they're off. Good start for Demo Wonder, and on the outside, Briella's moving out, and these two will hook up and get acquainted as the 2 market leaders. Away in third is Undeniably, together with Venezuelan Talent. 3 back to Pretty Princess with I'm a Cocoa Pebbles toward the rail. Out wide and Romantical Note, then comes Cash up front and One Night Stand, and the trailer is Florecita. Around the far turn they go. 3 furlongs left to run. Briella leads by a length and a half. Demo Wonder is second. 3 better than Venezuelan Talent, who's now third. These 3 have put some speed on the rest of the field. Nobody running home from the back yet with a quarter of a mile left to go. Here's Demo Wonder off cover to rebid at Briella. Briella fights to hold it. Demo Wonder right alongside. These 2 have put on a show with 3/16 to go. It's Briella roused on the inside to try to turn Demo Wonder away. 1/8 of a mile to go. Briella still in front. Demo Wonder not done trying. These 2 still well clear. It's Briella clear. Second Demo Wonder, but she's coming again. Here comes Demo Wonder to make this very close. Demo Wonder and Briella. Too tight to call. Was it Briella inside? Demo Wonder outside. They were well clear. Romantical no third. It's a picture. 59-1. Ready for the Rainbow Six. All set. And they're off. Corey Gow kind of hopped in the air at the break, but she didn't lose any ground as she's on to take over. Sonar is away in second. Up on the outside, Furia Vikinga, who's now racing into third. At the rail and Choose Joy, far outside, Baccarat Fashion, and Doll Collections up between. They're stacked and packed behind the leader, Corey Gow. Corey Gow, 5 furlongs from home and a length on top. Sonar is second. Furia Vikinga on the outside is now third. 4 wide while fourth. That's Baccarat Fashion. Choose Joy is next toward the rail. And from between horses, it's Doll Collection. They went 22-3 for the opening quarter as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Corey Gow getting strong up front. She leads now by 2.5. Second is Furia Vikinga alongside Sonar, who's now third. Choose Joy is next. Then from Doll Collection, wide at the back and making no impression yet, if at all, will be Baccarat Fashion, and we're a quarter of a mile left to go. It's Corey Gow with this to throw away. She's strong on the top end. Corey Gow now cuts the corner and opens 6. Way out past the crown of the course. That was Baccarat Fashion. She sealed her fate, and the others are also battling for minor placings here as it's all about Corey Gow. Corey Gow inside that final 16th of a mile, long gone. Corey Gow will win by as much as she wants. It's going to be a good battle for second. It's going to be Doll Collection second, Sonar third, and up fourth was Baccarat Fashion, 117 flat. By 3, by 4, and moving away. And they're up. At the rail, our Handsome Gal, one of the first to break the line. Noble Maria has speed, and in between horses, here's All This Jazz. Far outside, Subtle Joy's on the go early. Subtle Joy and Noble Maria will hook up. Subtle Joy will land in front. Subtle Joy leads by a length and a half out of the chute. All This Jazz second, Noble Maria now third. Our Handsome Gal is there fourth together with Caribbean Kitten. A gap of 4 to Tell Me Mo, and on the outside, Strict Val. The opening quarter complete, a pretty quick 23-1. So Leonel Reyes not wasting any time here. He has Subtle Joy on the lead, 5 furlongs from home and 3 clear. Noble Maria is second, All This Jazz is third, Caribbean Kitten for hot-handed Edgard Zayas, fourth in the red and starting to improve. A gap of another 4 to Our Handsome Gal together with Strict Vow, and the trailer is Tell Me Mo. Half a mile away, the opening half mile, posted in 46-1. That's quick as they swing to the far turn. Subtle Joy leads by a length and a quarter. Caribbean Kitten is second. Noble Maria trying to hang with these top 2 while losing ground third. Back to fourth is All This Jazz. Then it's a mild run from Strict Vow. Our Handsome Gal is next, and at the back is Tell Me Mo. Quarter of a mile left to go, and the battle is on the top end. From the inside, Subtle Joy. From the outside, Caribbean Kitten. These two have isolation on the rest of the field. Up to third, Noble Maria. Down at the rail, Strict Vow. Fourth, 3/4, 1:11-4. They straighten in. Caribbean Kitten on the outside. Subtle Joy toward the rail. Subtle Joy fighting back. Caribbean Kitten not by yet. Caribbean Kitten tries to get Subtle Joy, who's turning her away. And Caribbean Kitten isn't going to have to settle for second as Subtle Joy makes it 2 in a row. She went gate to wire. Caribbean Kitten was second. Noble Maria was third. Fourth was Strict Vow. And All This Jazz to complete the high five. They're off. Good start for Dr. Samadi from the center. Here's speed from Revolving Star. Elite Mission has speed, and so does Russian Wine. On the far outside, it's bound to be a Duke as they line up for the early lead. Out of the chute and onto the main track, Elite Mission comes away with a narrow advantage. Bound to be a Duke is second. Russian Wine between horses is third. Superhighway got away in good shape. He's in the clear on the outside. Driving through at the rail and Slippy. From between that duo went Northbrook. Then it's a length and a half to Revolving Star. A gap of 3 to Deerslayer. He's got big-time separation on Tony Small, who's dropped a long way behind. That's the bad news. The good news is there's 3 behind him. They include an outside running Coming Up Roses. And then at the rail, Dr. Samadi is last of all alongside January 1 through a wicked quarter of 23-2. Strung out over a ton of ground. Elite Mission going as fast as he can, as far as he can, but he's going to have a threat soon as Superhighway patiently handled and up into second. Slippy had driven third. Russian Wine now fourth. A gap of 5 to Northbrook. He's all done. He's back to fifth. Then it's a gap of 3 more. Trying to wind it up from the back is Tony Small. At the rail in Superhighway, Dr. Samadi never fired. He's still last. A quarter of a mile remains, and Superhighway in a bid to go on with it here. 3/4, 1:10-3. Superhighway kicks it into another gear and widens by 6. Elite Mission together with Slippy second and third from well out of it. January 1. He's putting in a great late try. He's even got a shot for a minor placing. Tony Small running home well on the outside, but they're not running home to catch Superhighway. Superhighway to win by 4 in the end. Really good try from Tony Small. He did close a ton of ground. He got second. Third was Slippy. Fourth was January 1 in 1:37-4. And they're off. Stumbling badly was Super Jaguar. He went to his nose at the break. It was a quick beginning at the rail for Sir Seamus, who's fired up to take the lead. Up on the outside, Super Jaguar recovers and is up to challenge. Donji is away third. Moni is next. El Samuro is toward the rail. And the early trailer is Kriya's Brooklyn Law. They make their way around the first turn. Sir Seamus has the lead. Super Jaguar is second. And it's a gap of 2.5 to an unhurried Donji, together with El Samaru, who's down toward the rail. Out wide and Moni, and Kriya's Brooklyn Law is last. They make their way through the opening quarter. They went in 24 seconds flat. And with the advantage, it's still Sir Seamus by a length and a half. Super Jaguar is there second. Moving a gap of 3 then to El Samaro, who's down at the inside. He's racing from third now. And then it's back to fourth goes Donji. Racing in fifth is Moni, and back Kriya's Brooklyn Law. So they continue down the backstretch. They went 47-3 for the opening half mile. Misael Jaramillo harnessing the speed of Sir Seamus. He leads by 3. Super Jaguar has done a lot already, and he's back to second. El Samaro is down at the inside and races into third. Back to fourth and Donji. Korea's Brooklyn Law will have to giddy up from there. He's underway, passing Moni, who's at the back, as they round the far turn. Sir Seamus has gone pretty quick, but he still has the lead. Here come challenges. El Samaro up on the outside. El Samaro and a blitz to take the lead. Far outside, that's Donji. And here's Korea's Brooklyn Law trying to come alive for Torres. If he threads the needle, he's got a big chance. Sir Seamus just let him through. So here's Korea's Brooklyn Law with rail position and a challenge for the leader. El Samaro out in the center, but Korea's Brooklyn Law is right alongside now. These two have kicked on with an eighth of a mile still to get. El Samaro is still in front. Even after that dream trip, Korea's Brooklyn Law can't stay with him. El Samaro driven out. El Samaro and Edgard Zayas to win it. Korea's Brooklyn Law was a good second. They were well clear. Racing to the third was Donji, then it was Sir Seamus and Super Jaguar in 151 and 1. And they're off. He's second in the two path. Ground on her inside. Race. A quarter of a mile to go, and he's 6 on top. It's last of the 12 as they roll into the backstretch.
Zephyr is pulling away impressively.
They're off. Bobbling very badly was Dauntless Gal at the back. Quick start for the favorite Isolate, who's headed off for the early advantage. From between horses, Just Might Right gets away second, Palladio third. Mr. Tingles is now in early fourth. Back on the outside to Swaggy George. And after a slow getaway, it's Dauntless Gal, who's last of all as they make their way to the half-mile grounds. Isolate is in the clear, and he's in front. Isolate leads by a neck. Just Right Mike is driving through at the inside, second, 2.5 back. Palladio is now racing from third. Up to fourth, Swaggy George, back to fifth, Mr. Tingles, and Dauntless Gal's the trailer. Isolate is in front and now puts away Just Right Mike. He had to go 22-1 to do it, but he's traveling pretty well. Isolate has the lead by 2. Palladio up into second. Up on the outside, Swaggy George has been on a sustained drive to get into third through a 45-2 half mile. Torres still sitting chilly on Isolate. He sends him on with his business. He's 3/16 from home and 3 on top. Palladio is pulled well clear of the others, but Isolate is well clear of Palladio. It's Isolate proving his maiden victory was no fluke. He's a very nice colt indeed, and he'll win by as much as he wants. 6 in the end. Second is Palladio. Dauntless Gal did some running. She got third with Swaggy George fourth in 110-4. Runners away. Clean and level beginning soon after the start. Cramden was put into play to take the lead. Go Abba Go being sent hard, but he's denied the inside spot. I Am Butter moves to take second. Perfect Enough is now fourth. The 3 at the back are Concilium, In Honor of Artie, and Bellamy's Treasure. In the charge around the first turn, Cramden makes no secret about his tactics. He'll go as fast as he can for as far as he can. He leads a length and a half over I Am Butter in second, perfect enough. The gray gallops up 3 wide now third. Long shot Go Abago is fourth, 3 better than In Honor of Artie. Then to the outside goes Bellamy's Treasure, and down at the inside, Concilium. 24-2 for the opening quarter as they race into the backstretch. Just over 6 furlongs to run in the contest. With the advantage, Cramden, I Am Butter keeps the heat on, perfect enough, 3 wide third. They're 5 ahead of In Honor of Artie, who's into fourth. Back to fifth, Go Abago, then Bellamy's Treasure and Concilium. Inside 5/8 from home, 48-4 for the opening half mile. Cramden leads by a length. Perfect enough is second, dropping back a bit as I Am Butter. He's now third. 5 ahead of In Honor of Artie, who's now fourth. Concilium and Bellamy's Treasure are next, and Go Abago at the back. Around the far turn they go. Cramden, he has the lead by a length and a half. Second is I Am Butter. Third is Perfect Enough. 4 back In Honor of Artie, then Bellamy's Treasure. Concilium tries a rail opportunity as they run past 3/4 in 1:13-4. They move to the top of the stretch with Cramden still the target. Cramden leads by a length and a half. I Am Butter is second. Bellamy's Treasure is third. Concilium is at the rail fourth after 3/4. In 1:13-4, it's still Cramden in front. Very wide off the corner was Bellamy's Treasure from between horses, and now it's I Am Butter with another say. Concilium down the center. Final eighth of a mile. Cramden tries to get a 16th more. He leads by 3. Concilium finishing up with Bellamy's Treasure on the stand side. Cramden's almost home, and it's Cramden, a gate-to-wire winner. Bellamy's Treasure was second. Finishing third was Concilium, then I Am Butter.
And that'll do it for this Saturday, September the 12th at Gulfstream Park. Back at it here tomorrow afternoon. We've got a Sunday card. I think we're running 10 races. Yeah, in fact, a 10-pack tomorrow afternoon. Hope the weatherman cooperates, and we'll see you back here with the first race post on Sunday, September the 13th of 12:05 Eastern.